Here in the Western world, the owl is a symbol of wisdom. It's an image that goes back to ancient Greece and possibly beyond. In literature, from the Iliad to Winnie the Pooh, the owl is the wise one. So which is the dumbest of animals? Well, while you consider that question, let me say welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. This is the top spot on the internet for coffee with a cleric. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, and then help them get to know him and his word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Join our email list, and you'll get a free copy of my book, Count to One. You'll get Mornings with Bishop Robert sent directly to your inbox each morning, and lots of other great benefits. So go ahead and click the link in the description and get started. Well, the dumbest of all farm animals, sheep, tend to place themselves in danger, and they'll die if not for the ever-present care of a watchful shepherd. A sheep that gets separated from the rest of the flock will often just walk in circles, going nowhere and not eating until they die. Yet, a lone sheep is one of the most difficult animals to handle, even with a sheepdog. They're prone to run away from the rest of the flock. A mother sheep who births twins often forgets about the first one and leaves it for the wolves. They cause a lot of work and worry for the shepherd, who's got to go out of his way to make sure that they don't wander off, eat the wrong plant, or do something else stupid. When the Bible compares us to sheep, it's not a compliment. Well, before referring to us like sheep who have gone astray, today's verse gives a prophetic image of the Messiah. It says he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought our peace was upon him. And by his wounds, we're healed. Jesus says he's the good shepherd who lays down his life for his sheep. And yet, you and I are prone to wander away. How dumb is that? Our shepherd faces the wolves out to steal us from the flock, kill us, and eat us. And we're sneaking through small holes in the fence of a safe pasture, as we try to escape his watchful gaze. How dumb is that? We have a good shepherd. He has bad sheep. Sorry, couldn't resist. The story is told of a Shakespearean actor who was known everywhere for his one-man shows of readings and recitations from the classics. He'd always end his performance with a reading of Psalm 23. Each night, without exception, as the actor began his recitation, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want." The crowd would listen attentively. And then, at the conclusion of the psalm, they'd rise in thunderous applause in appreciation of the actor's incredible ability to bring the verses to life. Well, one evening, the famous actor was actually visiting a church his friend pastored, and his friend asked him to recite the psalm. A strange look passed over the actor's face. He paused for a moment and said, "Well, all right, I will, but on one condition. And that is that after I've recited that you, my friend, would do the same." "Me?" the clergyman said in surprise. "I don't understand why you'd ask that. However, if that's what you want, I will do it." So standing to his feet, impressively, the great actor began the psalm. His voice and his intonation were perfect. He held his audience in rapt attention. And as he finished, a great burst of applause broke from the congregation. Then, as it died away, the old clergyman arose, and he began the psalm. His voice was not remarkable. His intonation was not faultless. But when he had finished, no sound of applause broke the silence. But there was not a dry eye in the room, and many heads were bowed. Then the actor rose to his feet again, his voice shaking as he laid his hand on the shoulder of his friend. He spoke to the church and he said, "I reached your eyes and your ears, my friends, but the pastor has reached your hearts. And the difference is just this. I know the 23rd Psalm, but he knows the shepherd. Do you know the shepherd? If not, he's searching for you. He wants you to be part of his flock. He was pierced for your transgressions. He was crushed for your iniquities. The punishment that brought your peace was upon him. And by his wounds, you are healed." There are sheep that are still separated from his flock. The good shepherd is searching. The wise owl knows the shepherd will find someone today. Of course, his question is, who? Who? But while the good shepherd is searching for his lost sheep, to bring them out of danger, to feed them and care for them, some people will just keep walking in circles, going nowhere, eating nothing until they die. How dumb is that? Hey, as we wrap up, can I ask you to help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know him and his word personally and better? Please like this video. It really will help more people see it. And then just reach over and click follow or subscribe. Do it right now. That way you and I can get together every day. If you click the link in the description, you will get the free copy of my book, Count to One. And one more thing. Don't forget to share this with a friend, would you? Because as you do, you're part of the team touching more than 1 million hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.